And you guys been married for 2 years?
Yes, we've been together for 10, but married for
10.
10 years, yes.
10 years. Why did it take 8 years before y'all got married?
I know I'm going to get it for this, but
let me get the soundboard ready for you.
Wanted to finish school first.
Oh,
I'm a PhD.
What's your degree in?
I have an associate's degree.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
42.
42. So how important happiness? How long should happiness last? Or are you willing to be bored in a relationship? That's what we're talking about tonight.
Younger me was not willing to be bored. For me, realizes that every day is not going to be happiness.
Okay. Do you have any children, by the way?
I do. I have one daughter.
And are you single or are you married?
I'm married.
Okay. How long you been married?
A little over 2 years.
Okay. All right. Lauren, let me unmute you too so we can have a round. She's just in here looking at TV. This woman is in there looking at TV. Yeah, you should. All right. If you're not going to join the conversation, we're going to bounce you. All right. So you've been married 2 years. Did you marry your child's father?
No, I did actually marry him.
Lauren, hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. You seem like you got a lot of stuff going on. You got other folks in the room with you. Seem like you're watching this on TV. What's going on? Okay. How old are you?
25.
All right. What do you got for me on the topic? And you got a very short leash because you got too many people in the room. So what's going on?
I don't know.
All right. Antoinette, we're back. I don't have time to play, okay? Don't join my show if you're not gonna come in. She's been here for 20 minutes.
Yeah, Becky just up there just laughing away, but everybody's in there all that long time, man. But anyway, let's get back to baby. What are we talking about here?
So you've been married for 2 years.
Yeah.
Why was you said the younger you wasn't willing to deal with boredom, but the older you is? What is that? Explain what you mean.
I mean that any relationship, whether it's with other, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have times where you don't like them. But at the end of the day, that's your family. Mm-hmm. And that's your husband. And you made a commitment and you need to work it out.
How old is your child?
16.
Okay. Are you done having children?
I am.
All right. And y'all got married. Does your husband have any kids?
No.
Okay. And you guys been married for 2 years?
Yes, we've been together for 10, but married for
10.
10 years, yes.
10 years. Why did it take 8 years before y'all got married?
I know I'm going to get it for this, but
let me get the soundboard ready for you.
Wanted to finish school first.
Oh.
I'm a PhD.
What's your degree in?
I have an associate's degree.
Definitely not a PhD, Kevin. So she wanted to save marriage to get her associates. In the words of Kevin, you can't make this up, but let's continue.
That takes 2 years.
Huh?
That takes 2 years.
Well, I had prerequisites to do.
What did you have for prerequisites to climb Mount Gibraltar? I mean, come on, it's 2 years.
Well, we didn't get engaged until I was approaching starting the program.
Okay. So y'all were together 10 years.
Yes.
You've been married for 2, but you didn't want to get married until you finished your associates. Well, okay. So Because I don't know what was the logic behind that.
Yeah.
The logic for me was I was not looking forward to going back to school, and I used marriage to him as an incentive, as a motivator for me to finish school.
So it's like for getting my associates, the reward is marriage?
Well, for me, that was my train of thought at the time, yes. It was, this is something that I want, so let me do this thing that I don't want or that I didn't want to do. And as a reward, then I would, focus on.
Did your husband ever want any children?
Huh?
Did he ever want kids?
No.
He never wanted his own kids?
No. I would have gave him some, but no, he did not want any.
So I'm always curious. Why, black women seem like y'all are terrified of marriage. Because to say, you know what, let me put off a marriage when we're already the lowest rate of married women out there, so I can give myself an incentive to finish a 2-year degree.
Did he propose 2 years ago? Y'all been together 10, but did he just now propose 2 years ago? It seems like it's really not that big of a deal nowadays. Like, even though some women may try to push it, but I think the more time goes by, it's becoming less and less a requirement. Definitely to have kids. It's definitely not a requirement to have kids. To have a ring on the finger. But dude, if this young lady here is telling the truth, dude proposed, and I would have been like, what kind of logic is that? If he really wants to marry you, but then again, if he's getting the buns, you know what I'm saying? Why marry you? And you don't want to get married, but you cool with me getting it on the regular. I mean, it is what it is, But a 2-year degree, you can't even make this make sense at this point. And you wanted it to be an incentive for you finishing. You didn't feel like you were marriage material until you got your associates. Okay.
Just said okay and left you the next day, no question. I mean, straight up left, ghost, no contact, gone.
At the time, I was thinking, because school was so hard and so rigorous, that if my relationship survived, then it was meant to be. That was my train of thought then.
So, see, I want you guys to understand, black men. This is why I say sell out to femininity, because none of this stuff makes any sense. You guys put so many impractical, burdensome, and outright foolish things on marriage, to where if it doesn't work, you can say it just wasn't meant to be. This is why I say you're home wreckers. So if I'm correct, he's like, well, if he would have left me, then it wasn't meant to be.
Yes.
Wow, man. You're honest, but damn.
I am.
So do you realize how that low that says y'all value us?
How low it sets.
How low black women, that communicates black women value black men. Because, again, ma'am, you have an associates. And what's your associates in?
Nursing.
And I mean no disrespect. I really don't. But it's not like you're talking about getting nuclear. You're not like you're talking about nuclear physics or something from Princeton or MIT. You talk about a degree, you can get it DeVry or something, man. Nursing. And I'm saying this to put a little levity into it, to say that you're not uncommon. A lot of women will be willing to risk a relationship for a man. You can unmute yourself, Antoinette.
That 2-year education, that certificate of achievement, that certification means more than that ring. I feel there's more involved in this situation. Like I said, unless good buddy just proposed to you like 2 years ago or whatever. But that's neither here nor there, man. But I've never heard a woman say anything like that. I get it early on, but baby, you've been with this dude for a long time. It wasn't like you were, and it's not like you're a spring chicken. And the fact that you're just like, let's just wait. Let's just wait. I could see if you were hard down on, and a lot of you guys disagree. If you're hard down pursuing, that you're in medical school or you're in law school or one of these schools that require a whole lot of dedication and attention, and you're dating, and you're saying, let's just hold off till I complete. I can understand that. But like, baby, you got to meet the prerequisites for a community college or, like you said, a technical school. Come on, man.
I left you unmuted. Hold on, let me ask you to unmute. Yeah, women are told fairy tales in life, and y'all are told that men are just supposed to do all this stuff. Go ahead. Hello.
May I interject for a moment?
Go ahead.
The reality check that I've come to this conclusion: we were misinformed as girls, and we grew up into women who continually be misinformed, because what I'm hearing from not only your platform but from just in general, men want extremely feminine women, so to be sweet and to be kind and to listen and all those great things that have nothing to do with a degree. And what I'm understanding is, if you're super feminine, you'll get the man, he'll take care of you, he won't leave you, but you got to do your part. And that's the part you have to do. You have to be feminine. You have to be kind. You have to be sweet. But we're told, go get the degrees.
Who told you? You told that by who? Hold on. Who told you that, though? We said we were told this.
Get him,
Who
Kevin.
told us that?
Get him, Kevin.
Parents. Be self-sufficient.
Which parent? Which parent? Which parent?
The mother, typically.
Okay, so you say we were told. I need to go back to who told y'all that. Men don't have any part in the reason why mothers tell their daughters to go. And oftentimes I've heard on this panel that women who were married have told their daughters to become independent. But then they wouldn't give up their lives. And my point is, now gas is almost $6 a gallon. It ain't a game no more. It ain't, and all these things that y'all are doing is like, well, I'll wait and I'll do this.
I don't know if I had already put the pick me alert up there, but it'll be flashing here sometime soon if I hadn't already did it. You feel me? Go ahead, baby.
Yes, I'll do that. Why are we the only community that wait so long, our marriages last so short, and then the women are still like, feel like they got all the time in the world and optimism? It confuses us as men. Let me bring in Tina. Tina, your audio is not connected. Go ahead.
Where do you think, because I definitely agree with her as far as it was instilled in me by my mother and my father to get my education first and then think about family. So where do you think that did the disconnect?
Okay, were your mother and father married? Were your mother and let me make sure. Was your mother and father married?
No.
Can you guys hear me better now?
Yes.
Oh, beautifully.
Right.
Yes.
It just jumped out of the
She's so sweet.
Your mother and father were not married.
Correct.
Okay.
JR, she's not sweet. Stop giving her hope.
That's why were your mother and father not married?
To my understanding, because of infidelity on his part.
So your mother had a child before she married her okay. So
Yes.
Have you ever got your father's side of the story from his mouth?
Yes.
Okay. Part of the problem is because we're all Generation X. So many women in Generation X bought into the feminism movement and told their daughters to get out and get a degree in this other stuff. But that does not mean get out and get a degree and then wait about getting a man down the line. Where are you supposed to get him? You weren't, it's not the degree, it's you were not raised to partner or work with a man. You weren't even raised to learn how to do with us. You think about what it like for you, Ariane, is that it?
Arian.
Okay, Ariane, what did your mother raise you to do for a man? What did she tell you you're supposed to do for a man? Hi, Tina, how are you?
Excellent. Thanks for asking.
Go ahead. What did your mother tell you to do for your man? This is what you're supposed to do for your man.
She told me a lot of what not to do. The biggest
It's always the starting point. They always tell her what not to do. What did she tell you to do?
She told me to put my husband, my family, once I'm married, to put him first. Above her.
Don't be bringing no kids in this house. Don't get your education first. Don't be messing with no man that's from this part of town. Don't be messing with this dude. Don't bring these kind of kids home. Blah, 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 blah. But nothing as far as what you should be doing. Just don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this.
And
so,
everyone.
And how are you supposed to get married then?
Well, she pretty much, I guess, left the rest for me to figure out.
Thank you. So, in other words, you got this kind of instructions. Here's a bunch of stuff not to do. How do I get a husband? I don't got nothing for that. But once you are married, put him first.
Yeah, she did
They
lead
also tell
by
you to go to
example.
school, but they also tell you to go to school. Okay, so you weren't taught to do anything for us. So this is when y'all default to sex and babies. But you don't.
Kevin,
Hold on.
may I interject? I'm sorry.
Well, no, because you're not. Well, no. You don't. You're not taught to what you're supposed to do for us, and then you wonder why you can't work. Hey, Tina, how are you? How old are you, Tina?
I'm 32.
Answer that. I know, I'm sorry he had to do you like that. He was all smiles and, wanting to interject. But he said, no. You already had your turn.
All right.
It's God's beat maker.
And I don't know. I haven't put a light in the sky for the G's that done turn memory from go. Blessings we send to the ghetto youth